Hello, I'm Joe, and this is probably one of the first. This is the first video I ever made, but we're going to talk about immigration, and it's just fascinating how stupid it is, how dumb it is. But sometimes you could judge people by what they do and say, and you can also judge them by what they don't do and don't say sometimes, because that's a giveaway too. Now, I don't imagine that President Obama ever went to John Boehner and said, hey, look, John, American citizens need this border secured, and we got to attack this immigration problem because we're getting full here, and we need a good immigration policy, and we need it regulated and everything else, and we have to get that border fixed. And then we have to come to some conclusions about the people that are already in here, because they were misled for years and years and years, and we just can't kick them all out, but we have to come to terms with that. And then we can proceed to go there. First things first. Good management skills. That's the way to go. But if you want to be a horse's ass, you put the cart before the horse. You demand that in order to get a secure border for the American citizens, you first have to have also the amnesty included. Well, there's two separate issues. They don't have to be done together. You fix the hole in the ship first. First things first. That's a good rule to live by. One step at a time. If you reward bad behavior or don't correct it, you get more bad behavior. So you get more illegals here. So it's obvious for years and years and years, we needed that first. That's the priority. First things first. Well, Obama for 6 years is putting the cart in front of the horse blatantly. And the dumbass Republicans don't know how to deal with that. And Obama tries to be clever and spin all this stuff, like the Senate passed the bill. Yeah, what's in the Senate? You know, and the immigration could have been solved and all. No, don't work that way. The moat and the alligator, because that's you. You're condescending. You're arrogant all the time. You make jokes out of everything. You don't go and say American citizens first. No, because even the 2008 law, that created a really huge humanitarian crisis on the border, you do not want to fix that. Because why? Because for 6 years, what you've done and said and didn't say have always pointed to the fact that the immigration activists and the illegals come first and the American citizens come second. And these freaking dumbass Republicans, all they have to do is get on TV with the message, Mr. President, we want this immigration policy settled once and for all. We're not going to address any other issues except the hole in the ship, the first thing that comes first, and then we will move on to what to do and how to proceed with the illegal immigrants that are already in this country. You just step on that throttle and you just challenge him, and you see in the 2008 law, you just make it known that, hey, look at this guy is just concerned about his the immigration activists, and you make him, do the first thing first. And if he doesn't want to do that and is complaining all the time, well, you've given him the opportunity to get something settled for the American citizens. He has to make that choice whether the American citizens come first or his friends, the activists, the immigration activists and all. And everybody gets to see that. It's easy. Get national TV ads. This is the position we have. We want that freaking border fixed, and we're going to work on that. You're welcome to work on that, but that's all we're going to work on first. We're not going to include anything else. That's your choice if you want to join us or not. Simple. Very simple. But The Republicans just don't have a clue on how to deal with that. Obama runs circles around him with his cleverness, and they're like, don't know what to do. That's what you do. It's simple. It's easy. It's provable. So Obama's been doing the same thing all the time. He's president of the United States. You don't hear him say, we need to get that border secured. No, it's always about the executive order in 2012. Is he going to have an executive order for 2008? Well, he doesn't need one. The Republicans want that dealt with. He doesn't, or nor the other Democrats. I mean, Nancy Pelosi, God almighty, does she have a brain? What happened down on the border with 57,000 people and more coming in and more before that was preventable. Nancy, do you have a freaking clue or a brain in your head that this stuff could have been prevented because people like you just don't have a freaking clue on how to prevent stuff because you're worried about the immigration activists because they want the people to come over. They want more people to come over. That's what they want. Their priorities come first and the American citizen comes second. Children come first for them, but the children in this country come second. I have news for you, and I'll ask anybody in the world this. We as a country, I'll ask one simple question. Can we take care of everybody in the world? The answer is no. Do we have a right to an immigration policy? Yes. Do we have a right to allow people who we want in here? Yes. Do we have allowed to deport people who are up to no good and everything else? Yes. We have a right to control our country. That's a yes across the board. You know, I mean, you admit to these stuff, but yet, now, the illegals come first. Immigration activists, it's been that way with you. And the Republican Party would just get national TV. It can be explained very easily. First things first. This is what we're willing to do, sit down with anybody. This is an American citizen's rights to have this immigration policy. And that's first and foremost, and we'll deal with the other stuff second. But we're not going to deal with it, period. This first. Now, I want to see if you guys want to freaking be on the bandwagon or if you guys just want to finagle with the illegals and the activists and all. I mean, period. Enough is enough, man. Challenge them. Get the message out to TV. Obama uses TV all the time. Talk shows and everything, and he runs. You got to challenge him and make him make a decision and let the people see if he's on the side of the American people or if his priorities are for the Hispanic population and the votes, you know? I mean, you got to challenge him. I mean, that's just it. And you can do it, but you got to be united about it. And you got to figure once it's done, you got to be honest about dealing with the people that are here, because even though they're here illegally, they were misled for years and years and years. So you're going to have to deal with some of them, keeping them here, and then some of them that deserve to be kicked out. You're going to have to be, you know, not afraid to kick them out. But immigration should have been settled years ago. And Obama, I mean, it's obvious what his, you know, priorities are, but you have to challenge him publicly with authority to have this law, because you got the hole in his ship and he doesn't want to fix it unless you fix the rest of the ship first. That's not right. That's what Obama's saying. He's being clever about it, making it, you know, but that's the truth. Obama will not fix the hole. He will not do what's right for the American citizens unless the illegals are taken care of first. That's his priority. You have, and it's obvious, as plain as the nose in anybody's face. So do it, man. Get your commercial out there. Get your shit together. Say this is the way it is. We're working for the American citizens first and foremost, and this is the priority. And be done with it. And see how Obama reacts, and watch him squirm and watch him just like, hey, try and spin that. All right, that's my message, and that's over.